This is my favorite one. I literally I'm like, just, hey, walk up to the wall and touch your butt. Touch the wall with your butt. That's it. And if they're rounding, just be like, all right, show me your nipples. Done. Do you like espresso? Honestly, the coffee is really good.
Is it? I'm so excited. I have one today, but I would rather drink coffee than water.
I agree.
I've been working to develop like my brand. I dialed into this niche of running for women and helping women to either start running or run their first marathon, half marathon, and triathlon.
The people who you're gonna help will find you just based on the content that you post. If you wanna focus on triathlons, then you're gonna focus on running, you're gonna focus on cycling, you're gonna focus on swimming. If I had continued to only focus at my phone, if I had continued to only focus on powerlifting, my brand wouldn't have grown to where it's grown, because like it's so niche specific, which is why I think like if you just focus on running and cycling and biking, and then like you have the triathlon content in there. Like I have powerlifting content still, but it's not like all I do. The foam rolling, it's great because you're telling people to foam roll, but you don't show them how.
True.
Like you should have like, if you want to do this, then maybe a
like
swipe,
a video,
and
swipe.
Just do one body part. Like this is how you foam roll your quads. This is super important because da da da. Cool?
Yeah. Well, thanks for sitting with me.
Yeah,
I know it's
of course.
9.
I'm very skeptical of like who's gonna take my advice. I've spoken with a lot of people. Very few people have actually done it.
What was your weigh-in?
It was I think it was 146.6, 146.8.
You had that really high one yesterday too.
Yeah, it was 148.4 yesterday. And then yesterday as the day went on, especially last night, I was just peeing nonstop. Yesterday was deadlift day. So like I have a feeling if I did rest, it would have been even more. I just know that based on my fluctuation cycle, I do that. Also, sometimes you could have more carbs and you'll gain weight from it, just like you'll hold on to water. Other times, if you've been going relatively low carb, it'll like act as a stress relief. When I was at my heaviest weight, I felt a little bit bloated. I felt like not so good. It wasn't like I wasn't backed up. I could just feel I was bloated. So I knew it wasn't gonna last another day, and so I had some carbs just to relax a little bit. Peed it all out. How are you, sir? Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Have a good one. Let's go here. Just an iced coffee. You can get some?
No.
No?
Are you doing that because like you might feel hungry and like caffeine kind of blunts your hunger a bit?
No, I'm not really hungry at all. No, I'm not hungry at all, actually.
You had that salad.
Had the salad. It was interesting. The salad had a lot of raw onions in it. Fills me up. It's interesting. It's like it blunts your hunger like crazy, and I didn't do it on purpose. Hello. How are you? Good to see you. You said you think you're in a mild calorie deficit on most days, and then you think, and then also on most days, which tells me there are definitely days where you're not in a deficit, and the mild part, maybe you're not actually in a deficit, maybe at all. I think, and this is something that you and I have spoken about a lot, is consistency. And also you said you're working out 2 to 3 times a week lately, and I don't know what you're doing on the chin-up specialization program, but I am positive it was a bare minimum of 3, if not 4, consistently. So it sounds like you might not be being as consistent with your nutrition, and the workouts have changed. So if you know those specialization workouts have helped you with your chin-ups, do them again 100% consistently, and we guarantee you, like at the end of 12 weeks, you'll at least be able to do 1, if not 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Like if you know what works for you, do it works. That's amazing. Cheryl, so good. I love how excited you get about these challenges, Cheryl. It's amazing. And if you think about it, if you do 90-day challenges consistently, the year goes by super fast.
Oh my gosh.
It's like you get 4.
Yeah.
4 in a year and that's it. And like when you have something to train for, it makes it way more fun and enjoyable.
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
like, it changes the game in terms of training. Like if you ever struggle with finding motivation to train, we'll give you a competition, we'll give you something to train for. Because when it's just like going to work out, sometimes it's hard to find that motivation. But when you have a specific goal to train for, all of a sudden it's like, that's the motivation most people need. It's important to remember staleness is a very normal part of the training game, the iron game. And that's where it's important to set sort of benchmarks of like, well, this is what I want to achieve. Which is why like, I've set numerous benchmarks. Like I want to work back up to a 405 deadlift, which like hopefully will be relatively soon. I like have this 90-day fat loss challenge. Like even at this point in my life, like and having been doing this since I was 14, still doing it because that's what makes it worth it. The people who are most successful are the ones who are, no matter how much they know, there's always more to accomplish and they keep going for it. Dennis, my long range challenge is doing muscle up. I love that.
There you go.
I'm doing more pull-ups, dips, plus working hard, working on hanging, swinging from an overhead bar. So far it's looking awfully tough, but the training is fun and paying side benefits.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That's fantastic, and it brings up a really interesting point that that reminds me of Gary. One thing that's really interesting about Gary is he said forever that his goal was to own the Jets. It's an interesting part about setting goals because it's such an outrageously fantastical goal that like would take years and years and years and years and years. It's not going to happen in a couple months. It's one of those things that like that's what keeps him motivated to keep going. And it's like that's the long range challenge, Dennis. You said muscle up made me think of that because it's like that's something that takes a long time. It's a huge skill, a lot of strength, a lot of power, mental component to it. Like that's not going to happen in a couple of months. Like that's a long time. I think there's a benefit to be had to having an outrageously high goal. And now that I think about it, that's what I did with my 4 times bodyweight deadlift. Since I was like 18, that was my goal. I was like, I want to deadlift 4 times. And that helped me train consistently from 18 to 25 years old specifically for that. Maybe it's worth thinking about a really long-term, long-range goal, something that is like, wow, I would love to be able to do that, and then dedicating yourself to that being your main goal. It might help keep you motivated.
And I love that attitude because some people would get almost overwhelmed by the enormity of something.
Yeah.
But you're not. I mean, you're like, I love it. That's an awesome goal.
I love that, Dennis.
Yeah.
Gitika, thanks for your amazing response. I said I think because I do calorie tracking 4 out of 7 days perfectly and eating bodyweight times 11 to 12. But a couple of days I don't completely give in, but I don't track, just eat intuitively and maintenance. Also, yes, that program helped me, so I'm going to go back to it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect, Gitika. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense.
Sacrifices to get here, right?
Yeah. Where do you live in the area? I'm in Hoboken. So
nice.
This one didn't do this, and then this one didn't do this, and this one didn't do this. Like, no. Just like, you know it's going to be a trouble issue. Well, you came with your husband?
No, actually my boss, Hunter, he owns the gym that I work at.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about you, man. I've heard you're great.
I heard a lot about you too.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're excited. He's actually going to ask his girlfriend to marry him tonight.
Oh yeah.
On top of the Empire State Building, yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Cool.
Dude, congrats. Preemptively, but congrats. It's amazing.
No, thank you.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
And would you walk to the wall and show them? Yeah. Show me. This is my favorite one. I literally say, I'm like, just, hey, walk up to the wall and touch your butt. Touch the wall with your butt. That's it. And if they're rounding, just be like, all right, show me your nipples. Done. Nutrition is important. Calories are important, all this stuff. But none of it fucking matters if someone doesn't believe in themselves. One of my favorite quotes, and it's by a guy, I'm gonna try and pronounce his name, I don't know if this is correct. I know the first name is Johann, second name is Wolfgang, and then von Goth, I don't know. If you treat an individual, and the quote is he, but we could like she or he, if you treat an individual as he is, he will stay as he is. But if you treat him as, I want to say it exactly right, as if he were what he ought to be and could be, he will become what he ought to be and could be.
Trees are like that, you know, it's cool.
And last thing, don't be afraid to say, I don't know.
Yes.
This goes for everybody. If someone asks you a question, don't make shit up. Don't be like, well, just because. Be like, I have no fucking idea. I'll find out for you though. Like, that's it. Thank you for coming. This was amazing. Thank you. I could have went anywhere and I would have hated college, but like, it was honestly a great experience because that's where I started the powerlifting team and that changed my life. But like,
Big party school too, right?
I loved it.
Huge party school.
1989.
That's awesome.
This will be 30
I almost
years.
went to Delaware.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I hope it helped.
I was here because just saw your post.
Thank you.
It's just real, you know.
Thank you so much.
Just
There you go.
basics. You know, I've been doing it for 30 years, and it's simple stuff. It's everything. You know, I watch it every day. It's just simple.
Thank you.
Stay out of it.
Thank you. Really.
Long game.
That means a lot. That's it. It's exactly right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. That's great, dude.
Yeah. So,
Keep me posted. If I can help, let me know, all right?
Yeah. Actually, I thought the programming part was going to be really helpful, but the communication part, super helpful.
Good.
Super helpful.
I'm glad.
Really
Hey,
appreciate it.
thank you, man.
You got it.
I appreciate
You got
you.
it.
Good luck with everything, all right? Bye. Bye.
Love you. Thank you.
Thank you for
It was
coming.
awesome. Oh my God. I'm so glad I did.
Good. Thank you. Dude, have fun tonight. Good luck. Congrats.
I'm gum wrappers in the gym.
Alrighty, 3, 2.
Like,
Last
seriously.
thing you just brought up about personality, definitely need to up that more.
It's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard because you
I'm
get
like-
nervous.
Yeah, and I'm just an introvert.
Yep.
Anyway, like it takes a while to kind of warm, but for me to warm up.
Have you spoken about that on social media?
Not yet, but
That's your
I
next
was writing that
post.
down, Yeah.
Next post. Hey, listen, like I've realized like I haven't been like telling you as much about me as I should. Like I'm an introvert. It's a little bit harder, but like I want to do that more in my content. So I can have like honesty, full honesty.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming,
Good to
man. Unbelievably consistent on social media. I post a lot. So I came to my like first ever seminar a couple of years ago on business, and he's been really consistent. But he said he struggles with getting his personality across.
Okay,
And like
yeah.
that part about like being
authentic and
yeah. And so he was like, because I'm an introvert. I was like, have you ever written about that? And he was like, no. I was like, start being like, hey, like, listen, I just want to let you know, like, I'm struggling because like I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
And just like, but I'm gonna try harder with that, and like that's why like sometimes it's hard for me, and just like be open.
Yeah.
Anytime I've seen anybody write like, hey, listen, like I'm an introvert, the whole comments is like, me too.
Yeah.
It's like
Humanistic.
it helps.
But I don't do a very good job of pushing myself, and I think it was getting over the stigma of there's so much Jordan I've never put out. I have content for days.
Yep.
Even with things that I know would help me, and my wife's
Yeah.
like, Vin, like, you have to get over it. Do you believe that whether you have a private, whether you have a place or whether you're online, if you're not posting, you're significantly holding yourself back?
So much.
Would you
It's like nauseating. Yes.
Regardless of whether you're online or not.
Yes. You should screenshot that and just keep that as like your background. Like anytime you're feeling like, is this even doing anything? Like, because everyone has those days. Like, make that something you see every day. So like, you're never like, there's never a question. You know it. You see it. That's huge. That's awesome. And that wouldn't happen if you weren't being super consistent. If you weren't doing like, that's fucking amazing. You should. All right, go on your Instagram story and be like, hey guys, I'm gonna write an article this weekend. Like by Monday morning, there's gonna be an article out. And, like tell them what it's gonna be on. Like make a story, make a post about it. Do it. I made a post in I think it was September, being like, hey, I'm gonna start getting my shit together, and like I didn't. And I was like, all right, I gotta fucking upload videos of this shit like, consistently, and that was what made the change. Do it.
That's the thing. I just got to take that first
Do that.
step.
Do it like tonight.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, like within a week, this is the article you're gonna have on your Instagram. I'm gonna check.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you for coming. Like, document everything. Be super open and like just ultra honest and tell everyone what you're feeling. If you're feeling nervous, tell them you're feeling nervous. So like if you're feeling like anxious, tell them you're feeling anxious. If like you're feeling hungry, tell them if you're feeling confident, tell them you're feeling confident. Just be super honest. No one will ever fault you for being honest. Ever. And like roll with it. Like the fact that you're here says a whole lot about you. Come here.
I appreciate it, man.
Dude, I'm super proud of you. I'm wicked impressed. I was telling Rico, like, I talked to a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people. Very, very few can I actually say took my advice and like took action on it. Very few. Like the fact that
I'm the type of guy that's like, I'm not like Gary Vee said, like he's the type of guy that's he's not gonna let someone else down. Like same thing for me. Like if I have someone there to keep me accountable, I think it's a lot easier for me to form those actions and just actually go for it.
You put in a fuck ton of work. And I'm super excited to see like in a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, like you're killing it. I'm always happy to help anyway.
If you want to come hang out here anytime, the invite is always open.
Might come lift here. Maybe we'll come lift. Like the gym is amazing.
That'd
be fun. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll come lift. But like, it basically comes down to like I'll tell you this much. Like, when you have a client who's trying to lose fat, like they're going to get hungry at some point. Like that's part of fat loss, right?
Sure.
What if someone said like, listen, I want to do this, but like I'm gonna get hungry. So I don't know if like I'm actually gonna like, how did you get over that? It's like, listen, like we can come up with strategies to deal with it as it comes, but like you just gotta do it. So like, are you gonna let being hungry prevent you from like doing that?
Lazy, because this is like not the advice that I would give other people, and all of a sudden I become this unattractive person.
Because you don't really like social media very much, you sort of like use that to justify that's not really a real reason. Like maybe not, but like because you are super driven. And you know posting is going to help people.
And when I was a trainer, like I've been training people for 9 years, right?
Right.
So in the beginning, like I followed people like, oh, I should be a competitor before bikini was like a big thing, right? I was in the figure category. I needed a goal. I played college sports. I was an all-conference athlete like you did, wrestling and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I always relate to a lot of stuff you say when you're very open about like your eating disorder. When you talk about things, I'm just like, damn, man, you know how many girls I know, they hide all that stuff by competing or they need a goal. I became that girl. Like, oh, I need a goal. And if not, like, I'm stupid.
Yeah, I get it.
You know?
So like,
it's like, I don't know, man. Like,
why
that's
do you,
like
why
vulnerable.
Do you want
like,
to
I can share it with
vulnerable.
my circle and like clients.
For me, my thought process goes like, when I'm 90 years old, like, and I look back on my life, am I going to regret not posting because I was worried about what either my mom would think or what like Joe Fuckstick would think or whoever, or am I going to regret posting and overcoming that feeling of like whatever it was, whether it was laziness or worried about what people would think, and actually doing it? And like the answer 10 times out of 10 is always, I will regret not doing it. Like, do you want to help people?
Yeah, of course.
So
all day, every day. That's all I do.
If that's what you want to do, then why the fuck aren't you posting? Because you think about all the people you're not helping, all like the missed opportunities.
Only girl, it's like
right, exactly.
Is like, oh.
Write about it. Write about like, I'm the only fucking girl at this place. I know when I post, like I'm gonna start getting shit, but it's worth it because I know, like, even if this helps one fucking person in like fucking Utah, fucking like wherever in the UK, wherever it is, if this helps, that's worth it to me.
I don't have it. Like I have great pictures, but I don't remember being like in front of the camera.
Talk about that.
I just don't.
But the thing is, like,
I'm not that girl, man.
And that's fine. Talk about it.
You know.
But the biggest thing, like, it's funny. Like right now, like you're finding all the reasons not to do it. You're going through all the, like, you're reinforcing it, and like I can stand here and argue with you about like, but you got to. It's really going to come from like what's most important to you. No one grows in a comfortable area.
I know, you're right.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah,
you probably say it all the time. No one grows in their comfort zone.
You're right.
So it's like, I don't even know where I was going to go with that. Either way, like, you can cycle through all the reasons why you're not going to do it, but you know like what's going to make you happy. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, because I was telling you that she's like very anti.
A lot of people like say they hate social media. Like that they hate it, it sucks, it's stupid. It's like, it's the most negative and pessimistic perspective. Like social media is amazing. Like we wouldn't have met if it wasn't for social media.
Yeah, I know.
Unless it was like
I just love being a voyeur.
But like, there's so many opportunities to help more people, and then to do really. There's
True.
people who do stupid shit with it. People do amazing shit with it, right? There are people who do stupid shit with everything, like, but you can also do amazing shit with everything. It's like it's what you make it. It really is. And like, if you want to make social media better and help other people, like you got to put shit out. But again, like, I'm not even gonna say it anymore because like it's more just gonna be like, either you'll get to a point in which like, fuck it, I need to call myself my bullshit and start doing all the things that I tell my clients they should do, or not. And both are fine, but you need to get to that point on your own.
I will. I think I will. I really do think I will.
Like, I know you will.
I'm either like all in, all out. I'm like all or nothing type person, so I know that like I have to make a decision to do it.
I'm very excited to see when you do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I read stuff that you say that, and it's like, you know, I'm not going to start it if I know I'm going to have mindset right now, you know?
Mhm.
Just to be like,
When you're ready.
yeah, totally.
Thank you for coming. Really, I appreciate it.
You're so sweet. Stop smiling.